Hello, I'm Annette and welcome to Kitchen Garden Farmhouse. In today's video, I'm going to be going over some great cool season crops that you can sow in January, primarily for zones 9 and 10. However, some of these crops you can sow also in January in other zones. We can get a jump start by sowing these seeds indoors or in our greenhouses. Number 1, Irish potatoes. There are basically 7 categories of Irish potatoes: russet, purple, yellow, petite, red, white, and fingerling. What type of category of Irish potatoes grows well in your zone? Let me know what zone you're from, leave a comment below, and what category you like the best. Irish potatoes is a great root crop that can make anything from soups to candies. That's right, even candy. To grow Irish potatoes, they like a very loose, well-draining soil, and they also like the soil to be a little acidic, anywhere from 5 to 6.5. It's fascinating to know that you can actually grow Irish potatoes indoors, as long as you have the right container and you have artificial lighting. For every 1 hour of sunshine, you're going to need 2 hours of artificial lighting. Also, there's about 3 categories of growing season for Irish potatoes. You have your early season, your mid-season, and your late season. The mid-season potatoes takes anywhere from 50 to 70, 75 days to harvest. And then you have your mid-season, it takes anywhere from 70 to 95 days. And then your late season is about 110 days or a little bit more. You can start your potatoes in zones 7, 8, 9, and 10 in January. However, we all know that we can have some cold weather that can sneak up on us, and at that time we would just have to make some adjustments to protect our crops. Then zones 2 through 6, you might want to wait a little bit longer before you start your Irish potatoes. The potato is one of America's most popular vegetables. A single person can eat up to 125 pounds of potatoes in 1 year. A homegrown, freshly harvested potato tastes very different than one that's been sitting in storage or on the grocery shelves for months. Potatoes are low in sodium, they are essentially fat-free, and they're very easy to digest. Potatoes are heavy feeders and they require a certain amount of nutrition throughout their growing season. So preparing the soil ahead of time with some well-aged compost and getting a fertilizer that's good for you in your area, get that incorporated in the soil, it will give it a good start. So when the green canopy gets to be about 1 foot tall, you can actually foliar feed that with some fish emulsion spray. This is a Yukon Gold potato, which matures in about 90 to 100 days. This potato has a good storage capability, makes a good mash or baked potato due to its real buttery taste. It also makes good French fries. This is the red Lesotho potato, has a rosy skin on the outside with a white flesh on the end. It is delicious boiled, baked, or fried, and it is a top choice for some southern gardeners. This is the russet Norcota potato. The harvest time is between 90 and 95 days. It is a mild and dry potato, a go-to variety for French fries and great for bacon. The thick skin becomes crispy when baked, while the inside becomes fluffy, just waiting to soak up your butter. Growing carrots in pots or containers is also another great way in adding this wonderful root crop to your garden. Carrots usually fall into 5 different categories: Imperator, Nantes, Denvers, Chantenay's, and Rounds. Carrots are a cool season crop. They are rich in vitamin A and they can add color to any meal. The sugar in carrots that makes it sweet begins to be replaced with fiber as the carrot begins to age as it sits in the grocery stores. Carrots prefer to be in soil that can drain well. This is one of the crops that actually benefits if the soil has a little bit of sand in it. Carrot seeds are so small, so mixing the seeds with sand can actually help you later and when it's time to thin them out. Lettuce. Lettuce is a great cool season crop to grow in many zones, and they are fast growing. You can actually harvest lettuce anywhere from 21 to 30 to 40 days, depending upon the variety that you have chosen. Lettuce is also another great crop that you can grow indoors. You can also grow lettuce, starting them out in soil blocks. I have done this before and it works very well, and just transplant them later when the time is right. Now lettuce can grow in the shade too, but it grows a little bit slower. There are so many different shapes and colors, you will never get tired of eating and growing lettuce. Lettuce actually comes in 4 different categories. You have your crisp head like your iceberg, your romaine lettuces, loose leaf, and you have the Boston varieties. Bolting is a common problem in growing lettuce. If the temperatures exceed 70 degrees Fahrenheit, it'll grow a stem and begin to produce seeds, but not only that, the leaves will begin to taste bitter. Beets. Nothing compares to a garden fresh beet that you have grown yourself and freshly harvest. Whether you boil them or whether you roast them, the flavor of these beets compares to nothing that you can buy in the store. Here's some beet seeds. Each beet seed contains 2 or 3 beet seeds. One thing that's very unique about beet seeds is that each capsule contains 2 to 3 beet seeds. Beets or beetroots is a great choice for our northern gardeners because they can survive frost and also near freezing temperatures. Kale. Kale is a cold hardy, resilient, non-heading green. We absolutely have to think beyond store-bought kale because there are so many flavors and textures of kale to choose from when you grow kale yourself. You can grow mild kale, you can grow spicy kale, or you can grow kale that almost tastes like salad greens. Kale is a cool season superfood to grow. It actually can be grown in many different types of temperatures. Have you ever been told eat your greens? Well, kale is one of those greens that you can add to your garden for a super nutritious, cool season crop to grow. Kale tastes better when you can get them out there and get them grown before the heat comes into your area. And even a kiss of frost can make this wonderful green taste a little bit sweeter. Sweet peas. Sweet peas that you grow yourself is nothing like the grocery stores. It's like candy off the vine. The downside to growing sweet peas is they do not stay fresh very long after they're picked. So you have to enjoy them as soon as possible. And there are 3 different categories. Your sweet peas, like your English peas, your snap peas, and also your snow peas. Your sweet peas, which is your English peas, it has an inedible pod, but the pea inside is what you eat. And then you have your snow peas, which is a flat, edible pod with little tiny peas on the inside. And then you have your snap peas. This is a large, edible pod with the peas inside. Peas is a legume, and like all legumes, they take nitrogen from the air and fix it into the soil. You actually can wet the peas, roll it around, and a little bit of bacteria inoculate to help the peas to grow very well. Please take a moment to subscribe if you have not done so already. Giving a like and a comment and sharing the video with others helps the channel to grow. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video.